Hi, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. I go by the nickname Ginger. Come on, let's hug. Let's hug. Somebody said, stop closing your eyes when you hug. I said, I close my eyes when I hug. How's the week? How about versus last night? Oh, Patty LaBelle, Gladys Knight. When Dionne came, y'all know I fell on the floor. Y'all know I fell out when Dionne Warwick showed up. No one knew that she was in the building and was going to show up. At one point, 4.2 million people tuned in to see the legends, the songs, the memories, the stories, those hit songs and guests, and they could sing and still sing. Gladys and Patty looked excellent. Women over 70 looking better than some women in their 40s and 50s. I loved it. It was our legacy. It was just everything. I know someone said, why did the phone be ringing? Because I be having a lot of stuff in the studio. It was our legacy. It was our heritage. It was history. It was history. No other versus has done that well. It said it doubled the numbers when Snoop was on with DMX. Now, who do you think could top it? Because not everybody can sing. Let's be honest. Not everybody can sing, but it was amazing. I so enjoyed it. And when Dionne came out, I said, there's no one like Dionne Warwick. And her pettiness and her moves and they're just everything. But it was just good to see them. And they sang one of my faves, That's What Friends Are For. The only thing that I was disappointed in was that a lot of older people don't know how to work their social media. So they didn't know to find it on Versus, which was spelled Verzuz TV. They couldn't find it. If you don't, everybody don't have Apple Music. I just got it. So I'm hearing this, you can find it on YouTube, but help out your aunties and uncles and them that want to see it because they should. It was historic. That Versus was awesome. It gave a lot of us this uplift. I guess you can say we've been going through so much this year with the pandemic. We needed that. We needed that Versus, and it was so, so good. I interviewed Patty before, and I was like, are you a little nervous? Got some little butterflies? And she said that she was, because there was a lot of pressure. But when they sat down together, you couldn't tell, could you? Nope. I posted the interview that I did on Instagram with Patty. It's on my page. It was a lot of fun. Tonight, it's a new season of Dancing with the Stars, everybody. 8 o'clock, Tamar Braxton is the new host. She's the executive producer. How are they going to pull it off during COVID? Well, they're tested 5 times a week. The judges, 8 feet apart. Len Goodman, Cranky Len, the older gentleman, he's not going to be there. Because he's saying because of COVID, he can't fly from London. No problem. They got Derek Huff, former Dancing with the Stars dancer and winner, to fill in. Everybody is in a bubble. There's no audience. There's no live band. There is no Sky Lounge. So they're keeping everybody apart. Who's dancing this season? How about AJ McLean, one of the Backstreet Boys? Johnny Ware, Olympic darling. His costumes are going to be amazing. Charles Oakley, the basketball great. He was with the Bulls. He was with the Knicks. You've got Nelly. Can Nelly dance, y'all? We're going to see. We're going to see if Nelly can dance. You got Carol Baskin. All eyes are on that Tiger lady. She's the cat activist from the Tiger King Netflix show. They say she killed her husband, fed him to the cats. She's dancing tonight. Jessie Metcalf, who was on Desperate Housewives, that cutie. So it's an interesting season. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And Tyra Banks is stepping in as the host. Whole new overhaul. And I don't think Len Goodman is going to come back. I don't. He's cranky and he's older. Watch, they're not going to bring him back. They're going to keep Derek Huff. But tonight, a new season. of Dancing with the Stars. They usually get me in the beginning, and then I get annoyed, and then I'm like, but I want to see. There's so many people I just want to see, and I want to see what? I want to see if they can dance. Tamron Hall, my former intern, second season kicked off on ABC, and Tamron, she ain't playing. Not playing. She's not playing. She had Andrew Gillum. He is the young man who ran for the governor of Florida, and he lost by like this much. Such a rising political person, wound up being a commentator on CNN, and then he was involved in a scandal in March. Drugs, a male escort. He was naked in his own vomit. He's finally talking. At the time, Andrew Gillum blamed it on the alcohol. Went to rehab. Now he sat down and talked to Tamron. What made him talk to Tamron? His wife. His wife brokered the interview. She put it together so that they can talk. And he admitted no one saw this coming. He says he identifies as bisexual. Now his wife, for those who say, what does wife say? They have 3 kids. What does the wife say? She accepts his past. She didn't say anything about the future, but she's accepting of his past, and she knew. They're not planning on breaking up. I think he's going to get back into politics, and I'll tell you why. The truth will set you free, right? The truth will set you free. He's living in his truth. Being honest. Will it help him or hurt him? You got to think, a lot of these people in office, they clowning, and they got past and scandals, and people just look the other way. Would they look the other way with an Andrew Gillum? This is going to be interesting because I think he's going to get back into politics, and I think this is a very calculated move for him to get back in politics. I think he fessed up to everything. He said there was no drugs and he had a drinking problem. He talked about being depressed and losing and just everything. But he came out today, Andrew Gillum, stating that he is bisexual. Tamar Braxton. Toni Braxton and her ex-husband Vince are stepping up to make sure that the boyfriend, David Adefisio, stays far away. David actually reached out to Vince, and I guess he was trying to be like, sorry it ended this way, but he still wanted to be in contact with the son, Logan. And it was like, dude, are you crazy? No, stay away from Tamar. Stay away from her son. Stay away. With Toni and Vince stepping up, I said last week, where's Vince? Vince, go get your son. Someone said, why would you say that? Because that's his damn child. That's why. Vince has stepped up. Toni Braxton, her sister, they have stepped up because I wonder, where's the family? Where's the people who really love Tamar? To keep this man away. He was like, she threatened me, but they was like, he threatened to kill her and make it look like a murder-suicide. It ended bad, but let's hope he stays away from Tamar. Katie Holmes. Okay, I'm afraid for people who are super public about their relationships. I think this is a dig at Jamie Foxx. He's dating a 33-year-old handsome restaurateur. That's cute. But his ex is talking, saying, he's a cheater. He's been cheating, and he's a no good guy. But Katie Holmes, 41, doesn't care. They take their masks down so they can stop in the street and kiss each other. Katie, I don't want you to get Holmes. First it was Tom Cruise, then it was Jamie Foxx. I guess because Jamie Foxx kept her hidden. He didn't want nobody to know they were seeing each other. But now Jamie is letting the world know, or Katie is letting the world know that this is her man and she is in love. And it's probably a little like dig to Jamie Foxx. Because Jamie ain't want nobody to know. Jamie Foxx, let me tell you something about him. He don't want nobody to know who he's seeing. He don't. He don't want nobody to know who he is seeing. So he be trying to play it off, distance himself, but the paparazzi be right on it. And it was kind of like a worst kept secret. him and Katie Holmes. So now Katie is like, I want everybody to know this right here is my man. Jennifer Lopez is teaming up with Owen Wilson for a new romantic comedy entitled Marry Me. It's about a couple. She plays a superstar. They marry each other, but they don't know each other. They get to know each other later. Comes out next Valentine weekend. Also next Valentine weekend is going to be the release of the new Lee Daniels movie, The United States versus Billie Holiday. I've been talking about this for a while. Singer Andra Day is playing Billie Holiday, and as we find out more, I'm going to let you know, but it's due to come out February the 12th of next year. Let's talk movies. Let's talk Netflix and the insane amount of money they're paying for movies. They wrapped up the rights to Malcolm and Marie. This is a new movie with Zendaya, John David Washington from Tenet, Denzel's son. They filmed it during the pandemic. I think it took them about 12 days. Constant testing. It's all in black and white. It's a romantic drama. Netflix paid $30 million for this film. So we're going to see it exclusively on Netflix next year. They also bought the rights to the new Halle Berry movie entitled Bruised. This is the movie that Halle not only stars in, but Halle gets behind the camera and she is the director. She plays the washed up MMA fighter. She ain't glamorous in this movie. She actually broke a couple of ribs during the filming of this. Netflix paid $20 million. When Halle couldn't find nobody to direct it, she says, I'll do it myself. We're going to see this on Netflix next year. Any fans of the HBO show Lovecraft Country? That's an interesting title. Jordan Peele and J.J. Abrams are the forces behind it. Journey Smollett, she stars. And the guy, Jonathan Majors, he about to blow up, y'all. A lot of people know him from this HBO show, Lovecraft Country. He has signed on to be the new villain in the new Ant-Man movie. Paul Rudd plays Ant-Man. Jonathan Majors is going to play Kang, the supervillain. He's a type, if you see him, you're kind of like, oh, I know him. Dude is about to blow up, but Jonathan Majors, remember that name. He signed on for the new Ant-Man movie. Any fans of P-Valley out there? P-Valley fans, stand up. Child, Uncle Clifford. I love Uncle Clifford. It's an amazing cast. It's an amazing cast. I interviewed Mercedes Brandy Evans. Her body is amazing. And boy, can she work those poles. She used to be a school teacher. And, of course, a professional choreographer. If you're a fan of P-Valley, comes on Stars. If you haven't watched it, start watching it. You're not going to be disappointed. There will be a season 2, and season 2 is going to be longer than season 1. Tyler Lepley, he's from Philadelphia in the Northeast. I think I'm going to be interviewing him soon. He plays the bodyguard. Omari Moroccan, I don't have all those notes in front of me, who's going to play Wendy Williams' husband in her movie. He's in it. It's just a great cast. And if you're looking for something to binge, P-Valley on Stars. There will be a season 2. We remember Edna Wright of the Honeycombs. Back in 1971, the million-selling hit Want Ads, Wanted, Young and Single and Free. Experience and love preferred, but will accept the young trainees. 76, she passed over the weekend from a heart attack. She is the sister of Darlene Love. Back in the day, that song was everything. And you know why it was everything? Little music history for you. Holland Dozier Holland had just left Motown. This was one of their first big projects. They did all those songs for the Supremes. They wrote this song for the Honeycomb, went straight to #1, huge hit, one of them classic oldie songs, but she passed away. After the Honeycombs ended, she went on to be a session singer for the likes of U2, the gospel great Andre Crouch, but her and Darlene Love are sisters. I did not know that, but Edna Wright, everybody, for the Honeycombs. And for you who remember the group Slave, Just a Touch of Love, we remember Danny Webster, who was a singer and guitarist. Leave a comment, everybody. You know that I saw it because I will give you a heart. That channel is growing and we want it to grow and grow and grow. I appreciate you guys. And as I love to say, it's not cute not knowing, because we should always know. Thanks for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.